Hi guys, I'm going to talk you through the plating and export process in your CSArts template, okay? So this will be how we take your completed logo project that you've done, as is on my screen, and also your door project that you've completed, and this is how we plate them. So I'm going to have you plate both of these two projects and then submit to me your final PDFs over Canvas. And then you'll start on the desk 2D drawing. So let's jump right in to plating. So if you remember when we were doing the drafting package scavenger hunt, all of the plates that were printed, all of the pages that were printed were on sheet layers, okay? So I've created 3 sheet layer templates, okay, and they're in different sizes. So that's an Arch D template. This is an 11 by 17 template, and this is an 8.5 by 11 template, okay? So we're going to use the 11 by 17 template primarily in this class because it's a large enough sheet of paper to put nice big drawings on, and it can be printed by a regular printer. You don't have to have a plotter to print 11 by 17, and you can run off on the copier. All of these things are useful in the shop. So the first thing I'm going to do is update and create a sheet for my new drawings to go on. So I'm going to keep these sheet numbers and template things the same. And if you look over here, there's also some stacking eventually, right? So I'm going to just doop. There you go, right? That's the stacking order. So I'm going to start by right-clicking on 11 by 17 and duplicating it. Once I've duplicated that layer, I'm going to bring it up to the top because it's the one I actually care about of all of these. And then I'm going to update its sheet number. So to do that, I edit, and we're going to call it sheet 1. And we're going to give it the title of, guess what, logo project, because that is what this sheet is all about. So I have my sheet prepared. I'm going to go back now to my scenic layer where I'm going to grab an image, which is a viewport of the logos that we drew. So here they are. Hi, logos. I'm going to now create a viewport, and a viewport is going to take a picture of this and it's going to place it on that sheet. The value in this is that if I make a change in my design layer, it will automatically update on my viewport layer, which is freaking awesome. And the viewport will do all of the scale for me. So I'm going to go to View, obviously, Create Viewport. Hey. Okay, so now I have my viewport. We're going to put it on this create on layer, right, on this logo project layer. It's going to create a drawing label for me. I want that. That's great. The first one I'm going to plate is the Instagram logo because that was the one I drew first. So I'm going to call it Instagram logo. That's its drawing title. We're going to leave this stuff the same and then see how we feel about it once we get into the plate. So I'm going to click OK. Here I am. Okay, so you see I did not get just the Instagram logo. I got all this other nonsense too. It's cool. We'll fix it. I'm going to double click on this viewport, so I have to actually click on one of the objects inside of it in order to open this edit viewport window. Then I go to crop. Okay, I'm going to draw a box now around the thing I actually want to be in this drawing, which is the Instagram logo only. So I go to the crop option, I click OK. Now I'm going to pick up my rectangle tool, that's keyword shortcut 4, and I'm going to draw a beautiful little square only around the Instagram logo. And if you look, hiding under that attributes pane is an exit viewport crop button. I click on that. Now it's just the Instagram logo. Everything else is hidden. I'm going to hit the X key to get my cursor back. I'm going to plop that Instagram logo over here on the left. Next is this drawing label, which is attached to the Instagram logo, is way at the bottom of the page, and I want it right next to the Instagram logo so that I know when I'm handing this to my technical director, when I'm talking about the Instagram logo, I mean this thing right here that looks like the Instagram logo. So I'm going to double click on that. Let's go into annotations. So annotations is where all of your labels and dimensions are going to go. Click OK. Hey, annotations. Now I can drag that up, make them all cute together. You'll notice while you're in the annotations window, you can't mess with your logo. You can't move anything around. Only thing you can change are annotations like the drawing label or your dimensions. Great, awesome. Exit viewport annotation. So there's my first viewport for the Instagram logo. Next up is that diamond shaped dealio. There are two ways to get that done, and I'm going to do first the repeat of the way that we did the Instagram logo, so you can see those steps again, and then I'll do it another way for that overlapping circles. All right, I'm going to sneeze. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Let's go back now to the scenery layer. Double click on that. Hey friends, there we are again. Okay, so here's another way to approach this problem, okay? I'm gonna turn off my solid in my attributes and pick up my rectangle. So now I want just this diamond shaped one. I'm gonna draw a box around it. Next, when I go to View, Create Viewport, it's gonna say, hey, the selected object may be used as the viewport's crop. Do you want to use this object as the crop? Yes, I do, okay? I drew this box around the thing I wanted the viewport to be. It's gonna disappear as soon as I create the viewport, and it will become the crop, so I don't have to go back in and edit the crop once it's there. So let's say yes. Yes, please, let's do that. This is gonna be like diamond logo. Okay, it's also going on the same layer. It's going to have a drawing label. It's going to be drawing number 2. Okay, now I don't have to mess around with all of that weirdness. It's beautiful. It's already there. I do have to not draw any more rectangles. Okay, so there's number 2. Next, number 3, I'm gonna do number 3 in a different way. So instead of going back to my scenery layer, framing up something, making it the viewport, I'm going to copy and paste this viewport and just move the crop around to the next thing. So Control C, Control V, copy paste. Now I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna first go in and edit the crop. Okay, so I want actually to have this guy be my third drawing, exit that viewport crop. Now I'm gonna move it up kind of where it goes, and I'm gonna go into annotations. Okay. And I'm gonna bring this down in line. If you are persnickety or just a really effective drafter, you're gonna line up your 3 logo drawing labels, right? So that you have continuity. You're gonna space your 3 viewports equally so that it looks nice on the page. I'm gonna go into object info, okay? It's showing data. I don't care about data. I need shape. And in shape, there's all of this stuff going on, right? It's telling me all about what this drawing label says, okay? I'm going to go in and where it says diamond logo, I'm going to say over, or circles. Let's just write circles. Circles logo, okay? And now I exit viewport annotation. So now I have my 3 drawings. The next step is to update your title block. And you're going to do this on every project. So we're going to now double click on this border, and edit title block border has 3 options. You want to go into title block manager, click OK. It says, do you want to load the currently open files along with the active file? The answer is no. I don't want to load all the other files that are open. I just want to load this active file. Okay, so let me load this active file. Here we go. Great. So next, in my title block manager, all of these pieces of information I can fill in and make accurate to this specific project. So project name or play title is going to be 2D drafting projects. I don't have an event location, it doesn't matter. This designer is going to be your name. Okay. If you go to the next page using these little arrows, that's going to be all on this one. Great. So now I can go into sheet layer, sheet data, this next line. Up here is the current plot date. I'm going to just refresh that plot date and it's going to convert it to today's date all by itself. Directed by, technical director, I don't know. Let's say directed by Ms. B and the technical director is Mr. A. Okay. And then the other thing that you need to update is going to be the sheet scale right here. So sheet scale is whatever the predominant scale is of your sheet, and that may differ depending on how big you drew your logos initially. Mine is 1/4 inch equals 1 foot 0 inches. You can change your scale in your viewport, so that is also an option, right? So change this sheet scale line to whatever your actual sheet scale is, click OK, and here now all of that information is in your title block. Great, so now we have our 3 viewports on the sheet. We have our title block updated with all of our information because it's all about me. And then we're gonna export this page, this piece of paper, as a PDF, because turns out not everyone has Vectorworks. So sometimes if you're gonna like send it, for example, to Mr. Rodriguez, he would need a PDF because he's not gonna open Vectorworks to look at your logos. That's not gonna happen. So we're gonna go into File, Export, and we're going to export a PDF. So you have to look through all of this list of stuff, and in the future I will delete a lot of these options in your workspace because OMG, so many places you could export to. But right here in the middle it says Export PDF. Clicky clicky. Okay, so now it opens this Export PDF page. This is all happy and fabulous. We don't need to worry about what these settings are right now. I can always help you change them later if you need to. So we're going to just click export. It's going to ask for a title of this project and it's going to create a PDF. I'm putting mine on my, guess what, flash drive. Shocker. And I'm going to file it away into this class. Cool, cool. Savey, savey. Great. So now I have a PDF. It has my 3 logos. They each have a drawing label. They each have a scale that's part of that drawing label. I have an updated title block, and I can take this file that I know where it is, and it's a PDF, and I can upload it to Canvas as the final plate. So you'll take this whole project, plate it, upload it. Then I want you to take your door project, and I want you to go through the same process on your door project. The production can still be 2D drafting projects. The title should be, shocker, door project, and then upload that as well. And once you've done all of that, I will jump into the 2D desk project, which is your next drafting. So let's start there and holler if you have any questions. Thank you. See you soon.